Now, if you're like me, you've always wanted to live the good life, and now you can do that with Rich Life Simulator VR. Rich Life Simulator is a virtual reality game that allows you to simulate being a really rich person, and having your arms clip through your torso for some reason. So in case you haven't figured it out, VR is the new way for these awful developers to make their awful games and trick people into buying them. So you might be wondering to yourself, why are these fake developers utilizing VR now to make their terrible games? Well, I think it's two reasons. Reason number one is that the VR market is so low right now that people are looking for any sort of experience or game they can get, so they're much more likely to buy something even if it ends up being a fake game. And the second reason being that less people have VR, so they're less likely to have their game covered, which would of course be negative coverage because your games aren't real games to begin with. Well, unfortunately for you, I aim to fix that. So let's go ahead and cover Rich Life Simulator, a game that was not properly capitalized in its Steam title. So just by looking at the game for a few seconds, you can tell exactly what it is. It's a VR, I guess, experience where you look around, you see scantily clad women, and you seem to be in the backyard of some, I guess that would be considered a fancy house. Or at least it would be considered fancy if there were any textures on the house at all. And dear God, what the hell is that? Oh, and I did find some footage of the game being played for realsies, so special thanks to Crow10107 for recording this. In the video, he can be seen trying to interact with anything at all, but none of it seems to work, and oh dear God, get that man an ambulance! So this game was made by a developer called BCH Waves Studio. Now, that might sound familiar to you. If you follow the Sentinels of the Store, they recently did a write-up on the developer. Aside from having multiple games coming out over the next week or so, this developer has a history of stealing images and other pieces of artwork from places like DeviantArt and other wallpaper websites. And now it seems like they're hopping onto the VR train as well. If you want to go and read up on them, I highly recommend you go and check out Sentinels of the Store. They do some fantastic work. Link to all their stuff in the description. So let's go ahead and see what this game is all about. It says, life is difficult for everyone. Everyone has bad days. I agree with that. Everyone has trouble in their life, because it doesn't matter how rich you are, sickness and trouble and worry and love, these things will mess with you at every level of life. Rich Life Simulator VR is a simple way to feel yourself rich at just wearing a VR helmet. I don't get it. It says that everyone has problems in life, no matter how rich they are, but then it says you can feel rich and then everything will be better. You just contradicted yourself. So I think it's safe to classify this game as not even a VR experience, but just plain not a video game. And additionally, you're gonna want to watch out for BCH Waves Studio releasing the plethora of other stuff they have planned to flood the storefront with, because believe me, that stuff can strike at any time. Release dates don't mean jack to these people, and they will release stuff at random intervals to try to throw off people from actually covering their video games. But we're on to you. We know your games, we know what you're doing, and I don't know about everyone else, but I'm having a lot of fun covering these. IAmPattyJack. If you see any more of this stuff, send it along to me. I'd be uber grateful. I'll see you next time.